Hi, thanks for coming back. For our next card today, we're going to make a pinwheel card that looks like this. It folds entirely flat and will fit inside your envelope that are in your kits. So it's a lovely side, and then also it's got a great interactive feature in that it is like a pinwheel and will just keep turning. These cards are really popular online at the moment, and they look really tricky to make, but after this video you will be an expert, I promise. So to make this card you'll need all the pieces that are outlined in your instructional email, and then you'll also need some fussy cut images. These are the images that I've used. So we've used our little doggy that's got tangled in the fairy lights, I've got our little festive jumper doggy, our little mouse, and then I've got a little string of lights. Okay, and then these are all your pieces. To start with, we are going to work on this large piece of cherry cobbler card, and just to recap, this cherry cobbler card is 15.5 centimetres by 10.5 centimetres, and you will need your trimmer because we're going to do some scoring. So 3 very simple score lines. We are going to start at 2 centimetres. Now you can start here. I find if I'm doing a small measurement that's less than 4 centimetres, I like to use this side. So I'm going to start over here at 2 centimetres and score, and then I'm going to turn that round. Okay, so we're going to carry on scoring this way. So we're going to score at 2, 4, 6, and 8. So that's actually 4 score lines. So it looks something like this, and that's it. You can put your trimmer to one side now, and we're going to just crease all of our score lines really well. At this stage, like so. Okay, and then with the panel, large panel on the left, you're going to put some adhesive on this far right panel, and I'm just going to grab mine that I want. Now I would recommend using something like a double-sided tape or a Seal Plus, like a tape runner. So I'm going to put my glue on this far right panel. Okay, make sure that's got quite a bit on there. If you have any strays, just flip it over. So you're then going to turn it entirely over, and you're going to fold your panel in. So fold it so that you've got 2 panels folded in, and then bring this piece over. Okay. And then what that gives you is that gives you a little tube with your card, your panel attached. So you end up having something that's the shape of a bee. Okay, so quite a straightforward mechanism. And then you're going to need your 3 extra pieces of cherry cobbler card, and you're going to put your adhesive down one side of the card and then attach it to the next panel. And then you're going to fold that panel over, and you're going to repeat, and you're going to do that until all 3 panels have been added to that mechanism. Okay, that's it. Like so. And then you have your pinwheel design all made. So nice and straightforward. Now you're going to have some pieces of designer series paper here now. So I have got 4 pieces of the blue pattern, and that's this piece here. And I have 2 pieces of the fairy light pattern as well. So we can pop all of these pieces straight on. I'm going to go back to my wet glue. I do prefer to use wet glue, but when you need something a bit stronger, I do like my Seal Plus. I haven't got on very well with the Seal, but the Seal Plus seems to work a lot nicer, or a lot easier, shall I say. And it's that little extra sticky, so it's great for 3D items. when you could end up in a bit of a mess with wet glue. So I'm just attaching all of these small pieces of DSP to my small panels. And again, you don't have to use the same patterns as I have. You could absolutely go with a different pattern, and you could even use different characters on yours as well. So we've got those pieces now all covered. And then onto two of your panels, two alternating panels, you're going to stick your other pattern of DSP on. Okay, so we've got one, and then miss a panel and go to the next one and pop that on. So that's two panels left now that haven't been covered. I'm going to put that to one side. So for my decoration, I am going to first of all, with my pieces of white card, I'm going to add my doodle too. So I'm doing exactly the same as I've done on other designs, just a dot in each corner and then connecting them up with a straightish line. So that's one. This is a great way of covering some of the white space that you have on your projects, and it's a nice little handmade addition as well. So we can now bring in our pieces, and for my sentiment on my card I've used Santa Claus is coming to town, so I'm going to stamp that first of all, and then we know how much space we've got for our characters. Okay, so that's going to go just in the bottom of one panel. Okay. Oh, I've put my hand in the ink pad, which is always fun. Okay, and then we're going to add our little fellas or girls. I'm going to add these with some dimensionals. Always use all of the dimensionals if you can. So I'm just using those edge pieces. Oops, that bit's stuck on my finger. Okay, so I'm popping our lovely doggy on first, and then I've got our little mouse carrying that huge present, just tucking him in behind. Okay, and then we've got our lovely string of lights to add in the corner. Like so. So that's our front panel done. So we can add our little bit of glue and stick that in. Like so. So that in theory is the front of my card. That's how I would put that in the envelope. And now we can decorate this one. So for this panel, I have added my little doggy, and I'm going to stick him down flat. Like so. And then I've got my second greeting, which is Peace, Joy and Kisses, and that's from the Sweet Little Stockings stamp set. Just pop that on a block, and I'm going to stamp that in Cherry Cobbler as well. And this is the sheet that I will write on. And we can now stick that in on our last panel. So it's actually quite a fun card to put together. Quite straightforward. And there we have our finished pinwheel design with our little cute characters. I hope you enjoyed making that, and I do hope you make a few more. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.